Welcome in, Phillies fans, to Shenandoah High School at Rexroth Court. I am your commentator for this evening, TJ Young, and this is the final two matches at home for the Phillies in the 2021 season, as we have a triangular on tap for you between the Shenandoah Phillies and the Atlantic Trojans, about to tip off here at 4:30, and then in the nightcap we will have the Red Oak Tigers coming to town and taking on your Shenandoah Phillies. In between the Atlantic Trojans and the Red Oak Tigers, will be playing a match. We will have that game on the live stream, but we will not have audio for that, so you'll be able to watch it, but the audio will be for your hometown Phillies for both of their matches tonight. As I mentioned, it's the final home matchup of the season in these final two here for your Phillies, as they entered this matchup 1-7 in Hawkeye 10 conference play and 11-16 overall. Going up against this Atlantic Trojans team, 4-4 in conference, and as far as their overall record goes, we just had it on the overlay, 16-18 overall. Your starting lineups tonight, we'll start out with the visitors from Atlantic. It's going to be the libero tonight will be a junior, number 1, Ava Rush. She's not on the starting lineup. I can only fit 6 in there. And then we'll have number 7. She's a senior, Reagan Leonard. Number 8, junior, Abby Smith. Number 10, junior, Chloe Mullenix. Number 12, a setter. That's another junior, Lexi Nolk. And then number 13, Aubrey Geyer, also a junior. And number 15, a junior, Jada Jensen. For your hometown Phillies, got some sweet overlay right now. You got some pictures here of the Phillies that are starting tonight. Senior number 2, Brooklyn Black. Senior number 4, Cassidy Morris. Freshman number 8, outside hitter, Ashlyn Hodges. And sophomore opposite or right side, number 17, Jenna Burdorf. And number 19, setter Peyton Athan, the freshman, and another freshman rounding out the starting lineup, number 20, Lene Green. The libero tonight will be sophomore Macy Finley. So for the Phillies, that's how they're going to start out. And we're doing the national anthem right now in the gymnasium, so we're going to step aside for a minute or two. We'll be right back for some Phillies volleyball.
Kane, the real boss at Gowing Plumbing, but don't tell my mom and dad. I'd like to talk to you about tankless water heaters with endless hot water. If low energy bills and higher home values are important to you, you might consider a more efficient tankless water heater from Gowing Plumbing. Call 712-246-1803 and they can help you find the right system for you. Plus, Gowing Plumbing is the only one to call for issues with boiler heat. 24-hour on-call service from Gowing Plumbing. Tell them the boss sent you.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back into Shenandoah High School at Rexroth Court We are just about set to get underway here in the first match of 2 tonight for your Phillies. As I mentioned, they'll be taking on Atlantic. The Atlantic Trojans come to town, and then the Phillies will have a short break in between, and they'll take on the Red Oak Tigers in the nightcap. Looks like the down officials just checking the rotation, and the libero Macy Finley will check in for Cassidy Morris there in the back row to start the first set of the night. And it looks like Philly's side looks good. Looks like the Trojan side looks good. The top official is ready to rock and roll. And first serve in set number 1 looks like it's going to go to the Phillies and Peyton Nathan. Peyton Nathan's done a good job from the service line as a freshman, serving at about 94% on the season. She's had 28 aces on the year as well, so she's done a good job, and she's starting out with the serve and gets it to Smith, gets it to the libero Rush, and just a miss hit there by Mullinex, but it gets over. Phillies out of system, and Burdorf just tips it over to top of the tape. And a little miscommunication there from the Phillies there, as Green and Burdorf trying to decide who got the second hit there, and it falls to the ground. And Aubrey Geyer will have the first serve of the match for the Trojans. Good serve, good up by Finley, and Black tries to get it over on 3 and goes under the net and down for a point for the Trojans. So Geyer back to serve again, 2-0 early. Atlantic with the early lead. Geyer gets a good serve in. 8th to Burdorf. Burdorf with the kill attempt. Mullinex put it down in the middle, but Philly's doing a good job of scrambling, but Hodges hits it a little too far over the back line and out of bounds. Quick 3-0 lead early here for the Trojans. Geyer serving again, a low serve, and that's an ace. Really nice serve from Geyer. She's been serving deeper. The first 3 serves she's had, that time was a little shorter and a little too hot to handle for the libero Finley on the Phillies side. This time Philly gets a good pass to Ethan. Over on the left side to Burdorf. Nice dig back there by Geyer. And a good stuff block there off of Abby Smith, and that was Lene Green getting the stuff block, and it goes down, and the Phillies are on the board for the first time here tonight. It's 4-1, and Ashlyn Hodges is back to serve for the Phillies. Good hard serve. Rush did all she could just to keep it in play, and Geyer's got to get it over on the free ball. Good tip pass, and we're still playing. And it's blocked and down on the Phillies side. So good kill in there in the middle on the overpass by the Phillies. And the Trojans are up now 5-1. And Jensen back to serve. A little bit of a bad pass there. Lance has to get it over, and Ethan gets it over on the free ball. And off the block and out of bounds, Abby Smith gets a kill for the Trojans. Again, a little miscommunication over here from the Phillies here early in set 1. When they're out of system, it seems like they're having a little bit of trouble here early. Back set to Green, and Green a little too hot to handle, as Geyer couldn't do anything with that one, and gets the assist for Ethan and gets the kill for Green. So Green off to a good start here for the Phillies as she's back to serve. Down by 4 here in set number 1. And not the best serve that Lene Green has had in her lifetime, but she'll do better the next time. Just off the fingertips and made it to the 10-foot line. And Chloe Mullinex back to serve. This one gets over. Lance, a little bit of an overpass, tight to the net. And yes, into the net was Peyton Ethan. It's kind of that same thing we saw the last time we had the video stream with the Phillies on that first and second pass, having trouble getting it to the setter. Overpasses, and there's another one right there from Lance. And a big hit by Nolk off of the backboard, and Finley and Lance do a good job of getting it over there just on the free ball to keep playing. And a little tip over by Smith, Athan gets a good set to Lance, and Lance puts it down. A little trouble by Atlantic, but a good job of scrambling there and getting it over. We're still playing. Lance again, a little tip. And Smith with the dig. Over to Nolk, off the block. Good dig by Finley. And a back row kill attempt by Hodges. Nice rally here. Finally had one. Haven't really had a good rally so far. This is a much, much better job. And a tip over by Lance. We're still playing. And that one's off the rafters. Good hustle by Finley. Nolk is going to get credit for the kill. But went off the rafters. Finley did all she could to hustle over and make a play here in this near corner. But to no avail, and it's 9-2 early. Atlantic out to the early lead, and Chloe Molinek still serving. Tight serve to the net. Lance, another overpass. Good job by Athan digging it out of the net, and Morris gets it over on the free ball. Smith out of the middle puts it down. That was kind of the kryptonite for the Phillies in the Creston matchup, was that middle attack, and it reared its ugly head here. First time out of the first match for the Phillies. 10-2. Atlantic out to the early lead. We'll step aside. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, Rexroth Court. Chloe Molinek still back to serve for the Trojans. Phillies down by 8 here in set number 1. Molinek gets to serve. Much better pass by Lance this time. The back set to Burdorf, off the block and down. So Burdorf gets her first kill of the match, and Athan gets her second assist. Phillies get the much-needed side out there, and again, we'll take it. Get back in the matchup here as Leah Parker will check in to serve for the Phillies. The crafty lefty gets this little float serve over, and a middle attack there by Nolk, and it goes down. And a quick side out for Atlantic as they remain up by 8. And number 8, Abby Smith, is back to serve for Atlantic. A little jump serve, has some downspin on it. That's a tough pass. Parker did a good job of moving her feet, and Lance put a good swing on it. Tipped over on 1 for the Trojans. Lance again off the tape, but a good dig back there by Jada Jensen. Big, hard shot by Nolk. Off of the rafters again. It's got to get over, and the Trojans win the battle at the net, and it's a 12-3 lead for Atlantic. Smith gets a good serve over, right to Hodges. Great pass, and Lance puts it down. So you get that first pass. You know, it sounds so silly, but that first pass is so important for your setter to able to set her feet, get a good pass to your hitter, and then you get the kill on the back end there. So much better job all the way around there on that exchange. And the point is down again for the Trojans, very quickly getting the side out. So it's 13-4 right now. Lexi Nolk gets a good serve. Good job by Finley. And Hodges just a little too tall and over the back line and out of bounds. It's a 10-point lead here in set number 1. Lexi Nolk, the junior, still back to serve for Atlantic. Good pass by Finley, and that's too much of the double hit there, and the down official caught that. It was just pushed it a little bit too far. It would have gone over the net anyways, and that's going to be a point for Atlantic. And Nolk still back to serve. That's a firm serve. Good job by Hodges just to keep it alive. And Rogers tried to get it over on the free ball, just didn't get it over the tape, and it's a 16-4 lead for Atlantic in set number 1. Off the tape and off the side of Hodges' arm, and Black's just got to get it over on the free ball. And the middle attack and down. 17-4 is the score as Aubrey Geyer put it down. And looks like Nevaeh Hafner's checking in for Carolyn Rogers. Give some more height there in the middle, maybe stop that middle attack. Black gets a good pass on a tight serve, and Hafner just has to get it over on the free ball. Tip, good job by Parker. Finley, a little bump set to Hodges. Good hit over here on the left side by Hodges. And the tip over, and it's got to be a little out of system, and Finley gets it over behind the 10-foot line. That's a good job by Finley. And Mullenix gets it over on the free ball. A tip over on 2 by Parker. We're having another volley here. That was a very nice kill by Jada Jensen, though. She ended that volley right there. So 18-4 in set number 1. And the second time out by the Phillies, as we'll step aside just as well. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds from Shenandoah. The Atlantic Trojans ahead by 14 in set number 1.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
And we're back, and the officials ready for play. And Lexi Nolk is back again to serve. Nice little jump serve. Decent pass there from Finley, but that's over the net on the tip, but it goes out of bounds. So fortunate break there for the Phillies right out of the timeout, and they'll take it. They'll take any break they can get right now. Just kind of get themselves back into this first set as Macy Finley is back to serve for her first attempt. And it goes off the tape and almost went down over on 2, and nobody's there for the second hit attempt. When your setter gets that first pass, somebody's got to be there in that out-of-system situation. And we're going to have a substitution again as Carolyn Rogers is back in for Nevaeh Hafner there. And the libero, Ava Rush, is back to serve. It's a little bit of a float serve, but gets it over. And Rogers high, and it's off the pipe. So Rogers gets her, by my count, second kill of the match. And that's the second assist for Parker, as the Phillies have scored a couple of points here in the last 3. And Rogers and Parker both coming out, and Ethan coming back in, as does Lene Green. Good serve by Ethan. And Mullenix on that left side, and she puts it down. Nice firm hit there by Chloe Mullenix, the junior, on that left side. Atlantic is definitely, they're hitting the ball a little bit better. They're doing a much better job than the Phillies in set 1 of getting the ball to the setter and getting that good pass and getting that good hit attempt. And we're going to have a lift there called by Lene Green. And it was blocked right down into Lene Green's face there, and she tried to tip it back up, but just got off of her fingers a little bit there, and the lift was called. It was the correct call, and now Aubrey Geyer back to serve again, and that's going to be a service ace, as it is now 22-6 in a race to 25. The Trojans just 3 points away from claiming set 1 very convincingly. Burdorf gets it over on the free ball out of system there, and tipped over on 1. Smart play by Jada Jensen there. Off the block of Green and down. So 23-6 the score. The block was there for the Phillies, but that defense there was not quite there. Green gets it on one over to Athan and just has to get tipped over by Hodges on the free ball. And again, that left side hit has worked out well for the Trojans tonight. That's Abby Smith as she puts it down, and it's set point early in this first matchup of the evening. So Aubrey Geyer set to serve for a match point, up by 18. Hodges gets a good pass to Eighth in the middle attack. Green does a good job of trying to put her down, but good defense by the Trojans to keep it in play. Hodges, the kill attempt on the left side, and a good job again. That time it was Geyer on the dig. Finley tries to get it to Hodges, but she gets it over on just the bump on the third hit. The back set, and it's blocked, but out of bounds. So that's going to do it for set number one in convincing fashion. The Atlantic Trojans coming into Shenandoah, and they made a statement here and took set one 25-6. We'll be back here in just a couple of minutes after we check in with a word from our sponsors on the Fuller Digital Solution and KMA Sports YouTube live stream of Shenandoah Phillies volleyball.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shut off and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
And we are back into Shenandoah. Rexroth Court just about set to get underway as the same Trojan to end the first set is starting the second set as Geyer gets the first serve over. A little mistimed there by Green, but it's going to get the Trojans out of system here. And Finley gets a nice pass to Athan, who sets it over a little tight to the net, so Hodges just had to try to tip it over, and it gets blocked and down. So Phillies with an early 1-0 deficit here in set number one as Geyer set to serve again. Nice serve in between two. The middle attack there. Athan to Hodges off the side of Hodges' hand there, and it just goes out of bounds off the sideline there, and it's a quick start again for the Trojans. 2-0 early here now in set number two. Athan had to scramble for it, and Green has to hit her into the net there, and it's going to be, again, a quick 3-0 start here for Atlantic. You've got to be able to get this side out and get the serve. Keep it from getting out of hand. And there's a middle attack, and Hodges put a swing on it, but a good block in there. A double block there, a combo block by Abby Smith and Chloe Mullinex, and that's now 4-0 here early in set number two. Hodges gets it over, and a tip off of the block and down. Jada Jensen uses those high hands of the Philly block, and it goes right into the donut, and it's a 5-0 quick start for the Trojans. Black gets it to Ethan. It's got to be Black hitting it on the third. Rush does a good pass to the setter, and Mullinex put it down in that back right corner of the Philly defense. So 6-0 early again here in set number 2. The Trojans definitely flexing their muscles here early in this matchup. That may have gone out, but Black did a good job of keeping it in play, and Green put a good swing on it. But Atlantic's defensively doing much better right now than the Phillies, and the Phillies get a much-needed side out, 6-1. Very reminiscent of the first set as far as how it started. We'll see if Peyton Ethan can get on a little bit of a roll here from the service line. It's a good serve, but again, good pass right to the setter, and a quick side out for Atlantic. So it's that first pass has been huge tonight on both sides, really the good and the bad. Atlantic's doing a much better job than the Phillies at the moment of getting that first pass to the setter. That's a good pass by Finley, and then the kill attempt goes down by Burdorf. So again, that first pass, if that setter doesn't have to move very much, if she can set her feet and make a good pass, works out pretty well. And Burdorf gets her second kill of the match, and Ethan with her third assist. Nice hard serve, and that's an ace for Hodges, and a couple of points in a row here. Maybe this can get the Phillies on a little bit of a roll, start to get some confidence built back up, because these last 4 sets that we've watched on the live stream, the Phillies have not played their best volleyball, and I'm sure they'd be the first to tell you. And that's an out-of-bounds hit there by Nolk, and it's not off of the block, so no touch. 3 consecutive points, and all of a sudden the Phillies, volleyball changes quickly. So the Phillies got themselves back in the matchup here in set number 2, and there's an ace. So Hodges from the service line getting it done. So very, very good job there from Hodges and the entire Phillies team. We had Ethan to Burdorf earlier, and a good pass from Finley, and Hodges is doing a good job from the service line and put pressure on Atlantic's defense to make those passes. Again, gets them out of system, and they can't get those clean hits. And Ethan to Lance, and Lance puts a good swing on it, and we called a lift that time by Atlantic, and all of a sudden, don't look now, but the Phillies 1 point away from tying this second set up here, as it looked awful for the first 6 or 7 points of this second set. Now off of the rafters and down, so we're all even up as Rush received the serve, hit the ball right into the middle of the floor, but it hits off the rafters, and it looked like it was Abby Smith there in the middle and the back, just not really aware of what was going on. And again, just great serve and very aggressive serving by Hodges, and a good dig by Hodges, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Atlantic getting the much-needed side out there as the Phillies got themselves right back in this matchup. As Mullinex gets the serve to Hodges, 8th in the back set to Green, and Green's going to get a kill. So all of a sudden, Philly's starting to play some volleyball. Much, much better second set from set number 1. I know the Phillies during the weeks, you're used to playing at 7 o'clock at night, and this is a 4:30 start, so maybe they just weren't ready. But there's an overpass and just no communication there, and again it goes down. Ethan tried to hit that ball, but that really shouldn't be her hit. She should have hit number 2. Nobody was there for the Phillies as Smith gets that serve over, and Geyer just put it down on the Phillies side there on the overpass, and it's 10-8. You're only down by 2 if you're Shenandoah. So just take a deep breath and play. There's the second consecutive overpass. Much better job by Burdorf to get there on the scramble and make a good pass. And Lance tried to get it over on 2, but she just sailed it out of bounds off beyond the end line there, and it's 11-8 here in set number 2. Smith, another good serve. A little bump pass there and a good hit in the middle by Lance. And Nolk hits it over. Off the block and out of bounds. So had a decent rally. They're probably the longest rally of the second set there, and it goes the way of the Trojans as they now take a 4-point lead at 12-8 in set number 2. But the Phillies have already scored 2 more points than they did the entire first set. Tight pass to the net. Might have been 2 hits there, but they let it go. And will continue to play on the free ball, and that's out of bounds. So fortune shining and smiling on the Phillies that time, as it was not 2 hits. And they'll take advantage of the hitting error there by the Trojans, and it's now just a 3-point set here as Aaliyah Parker comes in to serve for the Phillies. Parker gets a good serve to Smith, and they got to get it over on the free ball. The Trojans do a great job of getting on the floor by Carolyn Rogers, and I think it kind of took Atlantic by surprise, thinking that was probably going to be down in a point, but Rogers doing a good job, sacrificing the body there, laying out and getting that ball over the net. So 12-10 the score here, set number 2. Pop-up serve there from Parker. When Atlantic gets into system, though, like that, you almost just have to really err on the side of aggression on these serves. That float serve is great at times, but when you can make that pass to your second hit, to your setter, and they can make an easy set, Atlantic is pretty lethal, at least today. And then the overpass by Hodges goes off of Lance and out of bounds on the kill there by the Trojans. And again, back up by 4. Still a lot of set left, a lot of volleyball left. The Phillies just need to stay within striking distance here. They let set 1 get away, and they've done a much better job of scratching and clawing here in set 2. Good pass by Rogers. The back set a little behind Lance. She did a good job of just being an athlete and getting the ball over. And Parker took the first hit, and Finley got number 2, and Rogers got it over that time. The middle kill attempt by Geyer this time off of the inside of her hand and into the net. And it's a side out, and the Phillies still within 3, making set number 2 a lot more competitive as Lance goes out and Brooklyn Black will come in for the Phillies as they try to scratch and claw their way back to get to a tie again. Good serve. That thing kind of got up on Geyer in a hurry there. And Black gets set over to Rogers, and Rogers put a good swing on it. Back row kill attempt by Mullinex. Gets it over on the free ball. The back set to Morris, and it's off the block and down. Great job by Morris, and good pass by Parker. As Parker gets the assist. That's her 4th by my count. And Morris, that's her first kill of the match. So we are 14-12. Good serve by Black. Good pass to the setter. And Jensen gets it down. Good hustle by Morris, but that third hit just goes into the bleachers. Not much Parker could have done there. And it's a side out. Much needed for Atlantic to keep control of this second set. They haven't given up the lead yet in this entire match. It was tied at 7-7 here in set number 2, but that's as close as it's gotten. And Hodges with a good kill. Good set by Parker, good kill, and a good first pass. Set everything up. Hodges gets her 3rd kill of the match, and Parker with her 5th assist. 2-point deficit. Finley, good aggressive serve. Rush did a good job of getting it to the setter. And that's trouble, and that's going to be a kill and down. That was Geyer that time for the Trojans. And, again, just keeping it to that 2- and 3-point, don't let it get too far out of hand. And that's keeping the pressure on Atlantic right now. Good serve by Geyer. That's a good pass by Hodges. And a back set, and just some mistimed jump there, and Rogers just mishit it, didn't get over the net, and that's point. And service continuing here for Aubrey Geyer, the junior for Atlantic. Nice hard serve right into the middle, but a good pass by Black and a back row kill attempt by Finley. And get some big hit by Jensen and a good effort. They called a lift. And I suppose with the open hand there, it looked like that Parker may have had an open hand. If she would have just had a fist there and popped it up, it might have been a different story. But now we're up to a 5-point lead. Phillies need that side out, and Green's not going to be able to give it to them. Mistimed the jump there, and we're going to get a timeout on the floor as Atlantic has stretched the lead. It was 15-13. Now it's 19-13 in set number 2. We'll step aside here for 30 seconds. We'll be right back from Shenandoah after this.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. The Trojans already back out onto the floor. Phillies still having a little conference over here, but the clock's about to expire. Got about 3 seconds left before the buzzer goes off, and the Phillies are ready to rock and roll here, needing a side out to get themselves the serve and get themselves back into this second set. No matter what happens, they've already played significantly better in set number 2. But they would like to make it much more competitive as Black's got to get it over on the free ball. And then you get the set, good set to Mullinex, but the block this time by Green, and it goes down. Much needed side out as Green picks up her second block of the match. And again, just a 5-point deficit. That's a lot in volleyball sometimes, depending upon where the score is. But just chip away, and Peyton Athan's back to serve, and she's been a solid server, and that's a tough serve, but a good pass by Rush, and Jensen gets it off the block, and nothing Athan could do there, as it's a quick side out for Atlantic. And now Jada Jensen will be back to serve for Atlantic, just 5 points away from taking the first 2 sets of the match. Good pass by Finley. And Burdorf hits it right where nobody was. Nice kill. That's Burdorf's 3rd kill of the match, and that's the 5th assist by my count for Peyton Athan, as Ashlyn Hodges is back to serve, and she had a nice run the last time, but this time, first one goes right into the net, and it's 21-15 with Chloe Mullinex, the junior, for Atlantic back to serve. She's right in the middle of the floor in the back there, and she gets a good serve over. Hodges gets it to Athan, into the middle to Burdorf, and it was maybe hit on this side, but no call there, and that's going to be a point for the Trojans, and Mullinex will continue to serve. 7-point lead, 3 points away from taking the first 2 sets. Good pass by Hodges. Outside to Lance, and she put it down, but a good dig by Jensen over here in the corner. Over on the free ball. Athan had to move a little bit to get there, and they called a lift on that one. No, 2 hits. They called 2 hits on that one. I'm not quite sure about that, but they called it. They're the official. I'm way up here. I'm in the catbird seat. 23-15 is the score. Finley gets the first pass. Good set by Burdorf. Lance put it down, and that's a nice kill attempt by Smith, and it goes down right between 2 defenders, and we have a set point again for Atlantic, up by 9, and now you're going to have Emma Olson coming in for Jenna Burdorf. So Olson is checked in for the first time, number 11 for the Phillies. Mullinex gets the serve over, and nice pass, and to the outside, Lance puts it down, but it looks like it's in the net, and that's going to do it. So set 2 is in the books. We are off to set number 3. We'll have a couple of minutes here in between sets. We'll come back, see if Shenandoah can build off of a little bit better showing in set 2, and get, again, a little bit better here in set number 3. Maybe they can steal one, force the 4th set. But we'll be back side of Shenandoah's gymnasium at Rexroth Court in about a minute and a half.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
And we're back inside Shenandoah High School at the Shenandoah High School Gymnasium in Rexroth Court. We are just about set for set number 3 here in our first of 2 matchups broadcasted tonight between your Phillies and the Trojans of Atlantic. And the Phillies down 2-0 here as you look at your Doug Myers Chevrolet scoreboard. Again, just about ready for set number 3 as Macy Finley is checking in for the Phillies in the back row. Azure Libero and Peyton Ethan set to serve as the Phillies will have serve number 1 for set number 3. The whistle has blown. We're ready for play, and Ethan gets the serve over, forcing Atlantic out of system. And that's the key for anybody, but tonight that's been especially key for Atlantic because they've been so good when they've been in system. And Mullinex wins the joust at the net for the first point of set number 3. He had a double block over there, and Mullinex was still able to muscle it over the net. And that first serve from Geyer off the fingers of Burdorf, and it's going to be down, and it's going to be a quick 2-0 start. And getting Geyer off the service line seems very, very important. Both first and second set, she went on a 6-0 run apiece, and it's very important to get them out of it, and they do right there. Just 2 points that time as Ethan has a nice back set, and Lance gets her first kill of the match. Lance was so important to the Phillies' comeback effort there that fell just short against Creston. She has been very quiet in this match. Very good serve by Black, but good recovery by Atlantic, and Hodges had to just try to get it over on the free ball. The passing woes continuing for the Phillies, and it's a 3-1 score here early in set number 3. And Jada Jensen back to serve. Nice firm serve, low to the net, and a tip over by Burdorf, and we're still playing in Burdorf, and Green worked to get it over there, did a good job. That's just hit number 2, so Black gets it over on 3. Good set by Jensen, and Mullinex just mishit there, and we'll take it as it's just a 1-point set, and Morris checks back into the game for Finley as she'll take over in the front row. Green, much better serve than her last effort that I can recall. That didn't make it to the 10-foot line. Nice scramble there by Ethan, and Hodges gets it over on a pass from Black. And into the net on hit number 2 was Lexi Nolk, and we're all tied up at 3 apiece. Phillies have the opportunity to get their first lead of the match early in set number 3. Green gets it over. A little bit of an overpass, and Hodges with the kill. So the Phillies get their first lead of the match. Athan gets it outside to Morris. Morris put it down, and nobody's home. So Morris getting her second kill, and Athan picking up yet another assist. That's 7 for Athan. Coming into tonight, Athan was just 12 assists away from 250 on the season. By my count, she's got 7. So she's inching ever so close to that 250 mark for a freshman that's in the Hawkeye 10s. Pretty impressive there. We're going to give Green an ace there. That was tough. Nice serve and another one for Lene Green. She's making up for that little bit of an off serve she had there in set number 2. That just didn't quite get it to the 10-foot line. I know I keep harping on that, but she's served much, much better since then. Serving with some purpose now. And out of system are the Trojans, and that's where you got to get them. Keep them out of system. Serve aggressively. Morris off of the pin, I believe. Yes, she was off the pin, and that's going to be a side out and a much-needed side out there for the Trojans as they get the serve back, and Chloe Molinex is back to serve for the Trojans, down by 3 here in set number 3. Hodges gets a nice pass to Eighth and a back set, and that's going to go off of the dig attempt and down. So Eighth and to Burdorf's been a good combination here tonight, as that's Burdorf's fourth kill, and all of them have been sets by Ethan by my count. Ethan and Burdorf both out at the moment, as looks like Rogers and Parker come in. Parker serving up by 4. Good serve. Got a tight pass to the net, and it can't get over the net, and that's down. And it's a 9-4 score. I mean, every time the Phillies extend the lead, it's their largest lead of the match. They're up by 5 now on the Trojans in set number 3. Good block. Great block by Hodges. She was ready for that second hit. And Hodges picks up her first block by my count of the match. And the Phillies, for the first time in the first 3 sets, have forced the Trojans to call a timeout. So we'll take one with them as the Phillies have a 6-point lead in set number 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the YouTube live stream by Fuller Digital Solutions and KMA.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
Welcome back in, and we are set to go as Aaliyah Parker gets the serve in. It's a deep serve. Molinex gets a nice pass to the center, and Leonard puts it down. Not a lot of steam on it there. A little collision, but fortunate for the Phillies as Hodges and Parker run into each other there, and Hodges went to the floor. And there was a scramble back here. If you put it down, there's no Philly back there to stop it. But it went out of bounds, and Phillies have now a 7-point lead. The middle kill attempt not going to work for Lexi Nolk, and that's another point, and it's an 8-point advantage for the Phillies. Up by 8 in set number 3. Nice serve. Molinex gets it to your setter, but it's a back row kill attempt, and that's not going to make it over. And it's, again, just continuing to put pressure on this Trojan defense, not having any more of those float serves. Be aggressive with your serves. Make them pass. That's another good serve. Better pass to the setter, but a good block. Another block. 2 blocks from Hodges, and we're still playing. Third one's got to go over. Finley gets it over, and that's a kill on the back row. Great little rally there, and Hodges, a lot of great effort there, and Finley getting herself a kill as well. So 14-4 overpass, put it down. That's a great job by Hodges, trying to put that thing down, and we had a 2-hit there, looked like by Morris, and that's okay. You're playing aggressively, you're feeling good, you're up by 9. You can't lose the energy, because the energy on the Phillies side is much, much greater than it's been in the first 2 sets. Smith gets the jump serve over. Parker, good hustle. And Finley trying to get her second kill of the set. Parker back to Hodges. Hodges lowered the boom there in the middle, but a good dig in the back row by the Trojans. Rogers, no high hands that time. It sails out of bounds. And back-to-back points for the Trojans as they try to creep their way back into set number 3. It's 14-6 now. Nice deep serve by Smith. Back set and nobody home there. Is in between 3 Phillies there. That's a long back set from Parker. Makes it difficult there. And no harm, no foul. You're still up by 7. You're in control of the match. Just got to get that side out here sooner rather than later. Much better pass by Black. Rogers maybe not expecting that pass, but she puts it over. Morris to Rogers. Rogers tips her over. Black to Rogers again. This time she had a little better swing on it, and we're still playing volleyball. The tip and a great effort by Parker, and Hodges just has to send it over on the free ball. And now to the middle, the deep tip, and nobody home there. That's a good rally. Much better effort by the Phillies here in this third set. You gotta feel better about this set if you're a Philly fan, or you're a parent, a grandparent, or a kid watching it back on YouTube. Just watching the Phillies fly around here in this third set has been very encouraging. Parker with the back set, and Rogers just has to get it over on 3. Nolke puts it down, and good dig by Finley. And Morris off the pin, and again, that's continuing this run here. It's all of a sudden 14-9, and Morris will come out, and Olsen will be back in for her second appearance in this match. So now all of a sudden, you're up by 10-11. You're only up by 5 at 14-9, and fortunately, that's out of bounds. It was right off the side of her hand. Smith had a nice little run there, but just off the side of her hand. Good call by Brooklyn Black to call it out. It was out, but it was very close. And Kate Lance will check in for Brooklyn Black. That's her reward for calling that one out, is to get a little bit of a break. It looks like the officials are just checking to see if the Phillies are in the correct rotation here. Looks like it's going to be Ashlyn Hodges back to serve, assuming that they're all in the correct rotation. I think we're good to go. We got the head nods here from the down official, and thank you, Mr. Doyle. We are thumbs up and ready to go, and the whistle's blown, and Ashlyn Hodges serves it away. Good pass that time, off the block and down. Good pass, sets up a good set, and Nolk puts it down. And it's a 15-10 score with Lexi Nolk also now back to serve. Good pass by Finley. Beautiful pass. Rogers looking for hands, didn't get it. and it's 15-11. So just a 4-point lead for the Phillies. It's dwindling as we get closer to the end of this set. Another good pass, but that one's going to be over. It was tipped, so we're still playing. It was tipped. And called a lift. I thought they were calling 4 hits there. They called a lift, and probably the correct call, but it's all of a sudden just a 3-point lead for the Phillies, and Nolk gets a good serve. Again, a great pass from Finley, and Olsen sails that one way out of bounds. It's a 2-point lead. Maybe time to call a timeout, but looks like Coach Comstock's gonna roll the dice here, see if we can get a side out on our own. And she knows more than I do. She must have known that Nolk was going to hit her into the net, and she did. So you get the much-needed side out, and it'll be serve for the Phillies as Lene Green will check back in for Olsen. Again, 16-13, 3-point advantage for the Phillies. And it's been tough sledding here in the last probably 8 to 10 points. And again, just as the game gets a little tighter, the Phillies had the lead, and they were stretching that lead, and they were feeling good. But as the game has gotten closer, they've gotten a lot quieter. You're not noticing the jumping around as much on the Maroon side. And the passes, aside from really Finley, who's had wonderful passes for the majority of the night, they've been a little bit harder to get to the setter here as the game's gotten tighter. So 16-15. The score. Atlantic all of a sudden down by just 1. Rush gets the serve to Lance. Parker the back set to Finley. Finley with a great hit out of the back row. She does a good job of that. And Finley with the pass to Parker. Over to Lance with the tip, and great reaction by Green to keep it in play. Good hustle by Rogers. We're still playing. The middle attack, the tip over. Hodges gets it on 2 and Rogers on 3. And it goes right in between 3 Trojans. And that is a side out, and a much needed side out. So Athan's back in as Rogers will take a seat, as will Parker. And Berdorf will check in as well. A 2-point advantage for the Phillies. Zathan gets it in. Mullinex put it down, but a great block in the middle there by Berdorf. And that counts as her first block of the match. And a much needed block. That's the 6th block of the match total for the Phillies. So about 3 blocks per set right now. Great serve by Athan. Great. So I don't know. It sounded like she hit it a little fat there. Just had that smack to it. She might have done that on purpose. It's very possible. But if she didn't do it on purpose, it looks like she did. So that's what she'll tell her friends. 19-15. Good serve. Deep serve, but that's in. And now back-to-back service aces for the freshman, Peyton Athan. And as a team, the Phillies have 7 service aces so far, and 6 of those have come from the freshmen, Athan, Hodges, and Green. So the freshmen serving very well here in this match. Nice again, served by Athan. Good job getting it to the center. Mullinex tips it, but it's out of bounds. And that once slim lead is slim no more. It was 15-16, and now 5 consecutive points have the Phillies just 4 points away from claiming set 3 and forcing a 4th set. Another good serve by Athan. The second tip is over. Hodges has to get it, just keep it in play, and Green, nice job getting it over. Mullinex tips it over. Hodges to Athan, tight to the net, but nice little bump pass to Lance, but it looked like it hit off of the pipe there. I think it landed in bounds, but it hit off of the pipe, and it'll be a side out and a much needed one for the Trojans as Geyer is back in to serve, and it's a back row attack by Hodges, and nobody's home. Right into the donut, and Hodges picks up her 5th kill of the match, and Athan picks up her 9th assist by my count. Lance will check out, and looks like Black will check in to serve, up by 6 with 3 to go. Good serve. Rush gets it to the center. It's tight, and Hodges blocks it down. That's the second time Hodges has done that tonight. They've tried to tip it over on 2, but Hodges was there, and she records her fourth block of this match. Deep serve by Black. Good job getting to the center. Mullinex tips it over. Good job on recovery by Green, and Hodges gets it over. It's clean block. Ethan back to Hodges, the tip, and great job back there by Nolk to keep it in play. Finley gets it to Ethan. A little punch shot there by Green just goes out of bounds, and it's a side out. 2 points away from taking set 3 are the Phillies, but Jada Jensen back to serve. She gets the serve over. Good pass by Finley, the back set, and just off the tape and then blocked down by Mullinex. So 23-18. Much better. As this match has gone on, the Phillies have played much better. Not great in the first, a little better in the second, much better here in the third. Another good pass by Finley and a good hit there by Hodges. Great dig there by Ethan. But again, just no communication for that second hit. And now you're going to get a sub, and Green's going to come out. And coming into the match is Paige Gleason, the junior. She'll come in and maybe have a little bit better communication here. Good pass from Finley, and Hodges off the block. Good dig by Rush. The tip on 2, and nobody was over in that back corner, so good eye over there by your setter if you're the Trojans. And then now we're going to get a timeout called. It's a 3-point lead for the Phillies in set 3, and just 2 points away from forcing set 4. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs, no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back into Shenandoah. The serve is over. Finley gets it to Ethan, and Gleason gets it over. But they are calling it, it went on the wrong side of the pipe there, and it's going to be out of bounds. And another point for Atlantic. Gleason did a good job just trying to get it over, but it went on the wrong side of the pipe. Good call over there by the line judge. And Jensen gets a good serve over. It was blocked. Hodges on the tip and blocked again. Good job by Burdorf. Gleason gets it on 2, but Ethan was in the net there scrambling. And again, it's a 1-point lead. This is the second time in this set that Atlantic has got it to 1. It was 16-15. Now it's 23-22. Jensen, good serve, but a good pass. And over to Hodges, and Hodges put it down. She put it down again on the overpass, and Mullinex just has to get it over on the free ball. Black to Ethan to Gleason, the tip, and it's down. Wonderful, wonderful job. Gleason coming in, making an impact. And now it's set point, and it's going to be Gleason back to serve. You've earned it. Got yourself your first kill of the match. Now you get your first serve attempt. Right into the middle. Tip over on 2. Black to Ethan. To the senior Morris. It's off the tip, and we're still playing. Tip over on 2, but nobody home. So 23-14. Still set point, but the serve will be Chloe Mullinex's serve, and Gleason will come out, and Finley back in as the libero on the back row. So Chloe Mullinex serving. Tight to the net. Ethan stayed out of the net. That's a miracle in and of itself there. That was tight to the net. Nobody home, and set point has gone away. We are all square at 24 apiece. It's a race to a lead by 2 here in set 3. Mullinex gives it Oh, that she was in the net there, but they didn't call it. We got away with it, and we'll keep playing. Great job by Black to hustle to get it, but we'll lose the point as it sails out of bounds, and the second time out by Coach Comstock, and probably a good time to call it. You got a young team. You've had to lead this almost entire set, settle the troops down, and try to get this side out and get yourself a win here in set number 3. We'll be back here in 30 seconds on the YouTube live stream.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
And we're back, and the official blows the whistle. It is now set point for Atlantic. Tough pass. Good hustle by Burdorf, but that was a tough pass, and Burdorf just couldn't make the play on the second hit attempt, and that will be the final. So the Phillies played much better volleyball as the match went on, but it just wasn't enough. They weren't able to hang on, and Atlantic earns a 3-set sweep of the Shenandoah Phillies. We'll be back in about 30 seconds to wrap up our first match of the evening, and then we'll step aside and, as far as the audio goes, and we'll let you watch the Red Oak Atlantic game, but we'll be back for the call of Red Oak Shenandoah. So we'll be back in 30 seconds to wrap things up.
I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shutoff and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
Welcome back into Shenandoah, Rex Roth Court. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard lets you know what has transpired so far. If you just joined us, Atlantic sweeps the Shenandoah Phillies. The scores were 25-6, 25-15, and 26-24 in a much more competitively played set number 3. Some final tallies for the Phillies here. As far as statistics go, service aces, there were 3 Phillies with 2. Peyton Athan, Ashlyn Hodges, and Lene Green all had 2 aces for the match, and Aaliyah Parker had 1. Blocks tonight, Ashlyn Hodges had 4, Lene Green had 2, and Jenna Burdorf had 1 by my count. And the kills tonight, Hodges had 5, Burdorf had 4, Rogers had 4. 2 for Morris, 1 for Finley out of the back row there, and Paige Gleason and Kate Lance, each with a kill apiece. And assists tonight so far, Peyton Athan with 10 assists by my count. That puts her just 2 shy of the 250 mark for a freshman here in the Hawkeye 10. And then Aaliyah Parker had 6, with Hodges and Green each with an assist apiece. So those are the final stats for the first match of the evening. As I mentioned, we will step away. I'll clear the scoreboard here, and I'll let you just watch the second match of the evening between the Atlantic Trojans and the Red Oak Lady Tigers. And again, there will be no audio, but I will be back for the call of the Red Oak Shenandoah matchup to close out the night. You are watching the Fuller Digital Solutions and KMA joint YouTube live stream. We'll talk with you here after the Tigers and the Trojans do battle here in Shenandoah. Welcome back in, everybody, to Shenandoah High School. The sandwich game of this triangular between Red Oak and Atlantic has finished up. We're just getting ready for warm-ups. There's going to be about 11 minutes on the clock here for warm-ups for the Phillies and the Tigers of Red Oak. So just kind of giving you an update here. Red Oak won the match with Atlantic 3-0. It was competitive there in the first set and a half, 2 sets, but Atlantic just couldn't keep up with Red Oak in the third set. So that's the way that one ended, 3-0. Red Oak took care of Atlantic, so they'll head home tonight with a 1-win, 1-loss record and finish the conference season up at 5-5. The Red Oak Tigers come into this matchup with Shenandoah 21-9 and 8-1 in the conference. The Phillies now are 11-17, 1-8 in conference play as they warm up here on the right side of your screen as you're looking at it. I'm going to step away here for about 5-6 minutes or so. Just wanted to give you a heads up. I'll be back on the air and we'll have the play-by-play of the final home match of the 2021 season for your Shenandoah Phillies as they take on the Red Oak Tigers. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. And we're back into Shenandoah High School. We're about a minute and a half away from getting started here in the home finale for the Shenandoah Phillies. Giving you the starting lineup for this matchup here between the Red Oak Tigers and the Phillies. First for Red Oak, it's going to be number 2, Liz Carbaugh. Middle hitter, another middle hitter, number 3, Lainey DeVries. Outside hitter, number 7, Tori Carrick. Outside hitter, also number 10, Lexi Johnson. The setter for the Tigers, number 11, Merced Ramirez. And then number 12, the opposite or right side hitter, Lennon O'Neill. For your Phillies, same starting lineup we had if you joined us for game 1. So it's the same starting lineup. Senior number 2, Brooklyn Black. Also senior, number 4, outside hitter Cassidy Morris. And the libero, Macy Finley, will come in for her in that first rotation. At least that's what happened in the game earlier this evening. Number 8, outside hitter Ashlyn Hodges, the freshman. And then sophomore, number 17, the opposite or right side hitter Jenna Burdorf. Number 19, the freshman setter Peyton Athan, who is just now 2 assists shy of 250 for the year. And freshman middle hitter, number 20, Lene Green. So that is your starting lineups for both the Red Oak Tigers and for your Shenandoah Phillies. I am your announcer for this evening for the final time here inside Rexroth Court this fall. I'm TJ Young, and we're just about ready to get set to go here. We shouldn't have any sort of national anthem or Star-Spangled Banner. They did that before the first matchup, so the officials need to get out onto the floor. They need to check the rotations to make sure everybody's in the right spot. So we're going to step away here for 30 seconds or a minute, and we'll get right back for some live action, some Hawkeye 10 Phillies volleyball. Be back in about 30 seconds or so.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back into Shenandoah at Rexroth Court. Both teams out onto the court. The down official, Mr. Doyle's, just checking to make sure the rotations are correct. And Macy Finley will come in for Cassidy Morris for the Phillies. And we're good here on the Shenandoah side, it looks like. Looks like we're good by my eyes on the Red Oak side. Just kind of waiting to see who's getting the first serve here. I honestly don't know, ladies and gentlemen, if they actually flipped the coin before this set. I don't think that they've determined who the first team serving is. In this triangular, weird things happen, I suppose. So that's where we're at right now. Just trying to hash it out, and it looks like Red Oak will get the serve first, and it will be Tori Carrick, the senior, back to serve for the Tigers. And the top official blows the whistle, and we are ready to rock and roll, and we're underway for the final match of the season at home for the Phillies. Macy Finley with a kill attempt in the back row goes out of bounds over the baseline, and that's going to be a point for the visitors, the Tigers, as they take the early 1-0 lead. Carrick, nice jump serve, good pass from Hodges. Green gets the kill attempt, good dig in there by Blackman, and the kill is down from Lexi Johnson. It's 2-0. For the Phillies to have some success here in this match, they're going to need to find number 10, probably with a couple of defenders and make sure that you can try to slow her down. That's easier said than done as Carrick gets it over. A little bit of a bad pass from Green, and then she follows that up with a hit right into the net there. So hitting error there for Green. It's 3-0 early. Red Oak on top in set number 1. Carrick serves it to Hodges. Good pass to the middle, and Kate Lance puts it down. Beautiful, beautiful pass from Hodges. Leads to a beautiful set by Athan, which leads to a beautiful kill by Lance. Athan gets the serve over, setting the middle, and that's out of bounds by Liz Carbaugh. So just keep building on this momentum if you're the Phillies here, trying to keep it competitive, keep it close, and you never know what's going to happen. Athan gets a good serve over. Carbaugh this time gets it down, but not in, as it's out of bounds off to the side. And we are all square at 3 apiece here early in set 1. So far, it's super early, but much more competitive in set 1 against Red Oak than we were against Atlantic. That first set, we wish probably we could have had a do-over. Nice off speed there by Lexi Johnson. She's a big hitter, and you expect her to lay a big swing down, but she goes off speed and finds the hole right there in the middle. And it's now 4-3 as Blackman gets the serve in. That may have gone out, but we're still playing as Athan gets it over. Good hustle by Lance on the second attempt. Back set over and out of bounds. That was Ramirez there. She just went long. It rolled across the tape, and just the fortunate bounce for the Phillies. They'll take it. It's a side out, and we're all square at 4 apiece. Brooklyn Black, the senior, is checked back in for Kate Lance. She'll do some serving here. Solid serve. Gets it to Johnson. And then they'll set up Johnson, and she smashes it off the block, and it's down. Sometimes it looks too easy there, but Johnson does some things that look easy, but trust me, they are not. If they were, everybody would do it. She's a big hitter as Ramirez gets a good serve. Black, a little bit of a bad pass, out of system, and we're going to get an in-the-net call by, looks like O'Neill, they said there, for Red Oak was in the net. So, again, all square at 5. Shenandoah keeping it close early, I think, is huge for a young team. This is a lot of seniors over here on Red Oak's, on the Lady Tiger team, and you gotta be able to keep pace as Johnson gets another kill on just a two-hand tip down the line and into no man's land. Nobody was there, and it's 6-5 as Johnson's back to serve. And you think her kill attempts are powerful. She's got a wonderful serve as well. And I say that, and I jinx her a little bit. It went off the side of her hand there, and we're all square at 6. As we get more subs in, as Burdorf and Athan come out, and Rogers and Parker will come in. Parker will come in to serve for the Phillies. Parker serves Johnson. Ooh, that may have gone out too. Again, it's just late communication. When you're watching on your stream, you may not have heard. I heard Macy Finley there right at the end yell out, but it was just kind of too little too late. It's one of those things that recognition early would be beneficial, but in this case, it's off of Parker and out of bounds, and 7-6 side out, and DeFries will be back to serve the junior. Good hustle by Parker to keep it alive on 2, and Finley just gets it over on 3. And Carrick puts it down. Nice job of setting there by Ramirez, setting up Carrick, and it's an 8-6 score. Red Oak up ahead by 2 here early in set 1. Tight to the net, and Parker did her best just to get it over and keep playing. And Johnson with the tip deep. Black with the hustle, and good hustle by Parker. And Hodges with the effort to get it over on 3, but just too short. and it's a 3-point advantage here in set one for the Tigers. DeVries gets the serve over to Finley, and Rogers gets it over on a standing attempt. Carbaugh puts it down, but good job by Parker just to keep it in play. And again, good job, but it's out of bounds. A good dig attempt there. Carrick put it down, and it's a 10-6 score. DeVries back to serve again for Red Oak. Having a nice little run here at the service line, but that one is out of bounds. So side out, 7-10. Phillies down by 3, and it's like Hodges will be back to serve, and Kate Lance back in. And that's just trading service errors. So Hodges a little long, good call by Johnson in the back row there for Red Oak, and 11-7 is the score, with Lennon O'Neill, the senior, back to serve for the Tigers. Oh, that serve just ate up Finley there in the middle. The libero for the Phillies just got on her a little quick and got her up a little too high. She couldn't really do much with it. Good effort there by Finley. Now it's tight to the net, but Carbaugh put it down. Carbaugh is not the tallest middle in the Hawkeye 10 by any stretch, but she can get up and put it down as good as any of them. It's 13-7. Red Oak out on top by 6. Hodges has to get it over on 3, and Carrick gets it down. Overpass, and Carbaugh, she loves those overpasses, but Morris with a good dig, and Rogers tips it off the block and down, and it's 13-8, side out. And Phillies hanging in there, down by 5. But compared to the first set of the first match against Atlantic, 25-6, not a good showing for the Phillies. This is a much better effort early for the Phillies. Finley, good aggressive serve. Back set off the block and down by Carrick. Good job. Good job by Carrick there. And so it's now a 14-8 score. Good up by Hodges. Parker to Green, right into the middle to Carrick. And Johnson puts it down, but, it's in. It looked like it may have been out, but I'm all the way on the other side, so it's going to be a kill for Johnson, and it's 15-8. Carrick with a nice jump serve. Tough first pass for Parker, but Lance gets it over on the free ball. And Carbaugh, nice quick set, and they're going outside to Johnson, off the block of Rogers, and out of bounds. So Red Oak now doubling up the Phillies, 16-8. Competitive early, 11-8, 10-8, 12-8 in that area, but the Tigers have started to stretch the lead a little bit. As Carrick gets the serve in, a back set to Rogers, off the block, and off of Rogers, and down, blocked by Johnson, and it's a point again for Red Oak as they have taken their largest lead of the set at 17-8. Good pass by Hodges. Parker sets deep. A good dig by Ramirez there, absolutely. That was a wonderful dig to keep the ball in play. And Carbaugh has to go behind her head. It's just a tough play there for the Phillies, expecting a boom shot, and they get the off speed. And it's a 10-point lead for the Tigers as Coach Comstock calls her first time out of the set, and we'll take one right alongside her. We'll be back in 30 seconds here in Shenandoah.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, Proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
We're back inside the Shenandoah Gymnasium at Rex Roth Court. The Red Oak Tigers out to a very nice double-digit lead here in set one, 18-8, with Tori Carrick still back to serve for the Tigers. She's gone on again her second nice little serving run of this first set, and that's a wonderful serve right on a line. Good job by Hodges on the pass. And Green off the block. Good play by Johnson to keep it alive. And just nobody home there. Good attempt there by Finley to keep it alive, but there just wasn't anybody there on the second pass. And it's going to be another point, and Carrick's continuing to do damage at the service line for the Tigers. Finley to Green. Parker gets it over on three, and Carbaugh just right down. That's just such a quick middle set, and the timing that Red Oak has right now in the middle has been very impressive here in set one. It's 20-8 right now. Red Oak out to a commanding lead. Tough pass for Parker. Finley's just got to get it over on three. And Johnson off the block and out of bounds. The block was there. They had two. They had two there, but off the block and out of bounds. 21-8 is the score. And Carrick, this time much better pass by Hodges, but Lance off the fingertips there and into the net. So 22-8 in a set that was very tight back and forth in the first half of this set. It's really been all Red Oak in the second half of this set. That's off the tape, and that's going to be an ace. And Red Oak 2 points away from taking set one in convincing fashion here in Shenandoah. Lance, it's a good pass to Parker. Parker to Green. Nice dig in there by Blackman, and it looked like we're going to have two hits. Yeah, two hits there by Jordan Carlson, the setter at the moment for the Tigers, and it's a side out, a much needed side out. It's 23-9 as Peyton Ethan is back into the game, as is Jenna Burdorf. Ethan gets a serve to Blackman. Tough pass for Carlson, and Carrick just has to get it over, but she did more than that. That was pretty impressive out of the back row. Finley with a good back row attack herself, and Carbaugh out of bounds, just sailed it. Timing that time was a little off, and the Phillies will take the hitting error by the Tigers, and it's now 23-10 with Ethan continuing to serve for the Phillies. Carbaugh this time, and that was four hits. Yeah, that's a good, they got it right. It wasn't off the block. Carbaugh hit that one right into the net. Maybe an over adjustment there from Liz Carbaugh. She sailed the last one, so she really wanted to try to snap her wrist, but maybe got it a little too much there, as that didn't even get to the tape. Ethan with the serve. Carrick to Carlson. The back set, this time to Ramirez, and that's down. So good play, side out, and set point for the Tigers. 24-11 is the score, and Liz Carbaugh, the libero for the Tigers, back to serve, gets it to Hodges, great pass, and the back set to Lance, and she puts it down. Again, that first pass, and we talk about that a lot, it's not new information if you watch volleyball, but that first pass is so critical to setting up a quality set and then the quality hit attempt, and Ethan gets the assist, and Lance put it down. Black gets the serve over, and that's off the tape. Good job, good dig by Hodges, and then we go back outside to Hodges. It's off the block and down. It's 23-13 as Ethan picks up another assist by my count for Ethan. That is assist 251 on the season for Ethan, so a small milestone for her. Nice hustle by Johnson to keep that ball alive. It's off the block by Ramirez, the block of Hodges, and it's out of bounds. And that's going to do it for set one here in Shenandoah. The Tigers take set one by 12, 25-13. We'll step away here for a couple of minutes, and we'll get regrouped and get ready for set number two here in Shenandoah.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night. 246-1803 or after hours at 712-310-9248.
We're back inside Shenandoah High School at Rex Roth Court, inside Shenandoah's high school gymnasium. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard lets you know Red Oak has taken a 1-0 lead here in Shenandoah, and the final match of this 3-team triangular between Atlantic, Red Oak, and the home team, Shenandoah. And looks like Peyton Athan will have the serve first for the Phillies, and we're ready to rock and roll here in set number two. Athan with a deep serve, kind of uncharacteristic of her, as that goes deep and to the side and out of bounds. And Red Oak has taken the early lead again here in set number two. And Berdorf just mistimed as she was coming down on her jump and hit it out of bounds. So 2-0 early. Red Oak has the lead in set number two, and that's a much needed break for the Phillies, as Tori Carrick had owned the Phillies in set one from the service line. So she hits it into the net, service error, and Brooklyn Black will serve it away for the Phillies here in set number two. Black with a float serve. Good job by Johnson to keep it up. Carball puts it down, but a good dig by Finley. And Hodges returns the favor. This time Johnson puts it down, and a great block by Berdorf. That's the first block of the match by my count for the Phillies. So much needed. Get some momentum here early. Again, it was tight early in the first set, but just too much consistency from Red Oak there. They're very, very sound in what they do, and I mean that's the reason why the record is the way that it is at 21-9, and they're just very, very consistent. I mean, they're a good team, but they're very, very consistent. Athan had to really hustle to get to that one, and Hodges has to just get it over on the free ball. And just a punch shot there from Johnson gives Shenandoah a chance, but Hodges tried to push it over, and it just didn't make it over. Blackman serves it to libero to libero, and they're calling Ethan on a lift right there. I don't know if that's a lift. That's hard for me up here to see that, but they know all the rules. So it's a lift, and it's 5-2. Good up there by Finley, and then it ended up being an overpass, and Johnson put it down off of Ethan, and Finley had a good effort to keep it alive, but just wasn't meant to be there on that point, and it's 6-2 as Blackman continues to serve for the Tigers. Tip by Hodges, and that goes down, and that's a kill for Hodges and an assist there for Ethan. So it's going to be a 6-3 score with Lene Green back to serve for the Phillies. And into the net, and there'll be a side out. 7-3 is the score, and it looks like back to serve is going to be Merced Ramirez, the sophomore outside hitter. Good back set by Ethan, the tip by Burdorf, and was there a touch there? If there was no touch, it's out of bounds, and no touch. So the Phillies will take the point on the hitting error there by Ramirez, and it's going to be Parker back to serve for the Phillies, down by 3 in set number 2. Little float serve. Johnson gets the first pass and the third, but she sailed that one out of bounds, and it's now a 7-5 score. That's a deep serve and offline, so it'll be out of bounds. 8-5 side out with Lexi Johnson back to serve for Red Oak. I jinxed her last time, and this time she gets it over just off the tape, but a good up by Finley, getting Red Oak to scramble a little bit there, and Carrick puts it down, but a good effort by Finley, just not enough there. And it's 9-5 as Johnson continues to serve for the Tigers. Good up by Hodges. Finley with the back row attack. Ramirez gets the good up there to Blackman, and Carrick hits it into the back row. Finley back set to Morris. Nice save there by Ramirez, and that's going to keep this play going. Black to Morris. It's got to get over here on 3. Black pushes it over. Ramirez tips on 2. A nice play by Black to keep this one alive. And Rogers with the push. Johnson to Carrick. Into the middle again. There's Rogers. The back set again to Morris. Johnson gets it to Ramirez. The back set again. And O'Neill hits it this time. They're still playing. They're calling under the net, it looks like, by Carrick. Great rally from both sides. The effort tremendous by both the Tigers and the Phillies. The Phillies earned the point that time. And it's a 9-6 score with Ashlyn Hodges back to serve for the Phillies. Trying to cut this second set down to a 2-point advantage. Nice tight serve to the net. Blackman good up to Ramirez. Carrick put it down, but it's in. Off the block of Rogers and down. Rogers gets her first block of the match, and it's 9-7. And then Hodges hits it long on the service error, and it's side out, and 10-7 is the score with Lainey DeVries back to serve for the Tigers. DeVries with a short serve. Finley did a good job. The slide by Rogers, but it's out of bounds. Pretty good timing right there. Yeah, pretty good timing right there, but just a little bit of a miss hit. Tried to use the line and just out of bounds. So 11-7, DeVries to Hodges, to Parker, back to Hodges. It's a tight pass to the net and down. gives Hodges her 4th kill of the match, and Parker gives her her 3rd assist of the match. So 11-8. Macy Finley back to serve for the Phillies. Nice aggressive serve to Johnson. And nobody home there. Carbaugh, it looked like it was either Carrick or Carbaugh. They didn't know. Neither kid knew which one had it. And it'll be an error there by the Tigers, which has not happened very much tonight or throughout this whole season with the record that they have. So 11-9, and a nice serve by Finley. Overpass. Lance puts it down. You could see it coming as Kate Lance just hammered that one home. Kaboom. 11-10 is the score. Down by just 1 at 11-10. And Macy Finley continuing to serve and continuing to serve Johnson. And this time it's, that would have been out of bounds, I feel like, but it's off of Finley. And it's a tip and a point for the Tigers as they get a much needed side out there by Leonard O'Neill. And O'Neill now back to serve for Red Oak. Tough serve. Hodges just gets it over, and Carbaugh, it would have been out of bounds anyways, but they called O'Neill, it looked like under the net there, and that's going to be a side out and an error for the Tigers. And down by 1 are the Phillies here, just about halfway through set number 2. And it's going to be Peyton Athan back to serve as she and Green check in for Parker and Rogers. Nice serve by Athan. Aggressive serve. Good back set, but nobody home there on number 3. Skarek tried to punch it over. Carlson had a beautiful back set, but Carrick's punch shot just didn't get over. We're all tied at 12 here, folks. Nice serve by Athan. Carlson to Carbaugh, and that's out of bounds. So the Phillies, halfway through set number 2, the Shenandoah Phillies have the lead on the Red Oak Tigers right now, 13-12. Good serve. Johnson to Carlson, and Carbaugh off the block of Lance and out of bounds. So again, just service errors or hitting errors, and now Carbaugh is going to come out, and in is going to be Marissa Williams, a freshman. Because Carbaugh's had 2 or 3 hitting errors right in a row, and they're not shy about pulling some kids to try to get some different bodies in there. Carlson, the back set to Carrick. She's under the net, and that's an easy call. 15-12. She was attacking that net. Just, I don't want to say out of control, but she was really attacking the net. And with that tip shot, I mean, her entire foot was on the Philly side, and she touched the net as well. Johnson to Carlson. Carrick gets it over. Your setter gets the first hit, so Finley gets it to Hodges. We're still playing. Johnson to Athan. To Finley, to Lance. Good play by Blackman, good up there. Carrick puts it down, but a good block by Bergdorf for second of the set. And Ramirez puts it right into the donut. Nice tip. Good tip there, and a much-needed side out for Red Oak as they trail by 2 here, 15-13, as Carrick is back to serve for the Tigers. Good serve, but a good pass. Good up, and nope, they're calling it a lift. Yes, calling it a lift there. So back to a 1-point game. Athan's had a little bit of an issue in this match with a couple of lifts called. Lance, good pass, great pass there, and she's going to get rewarded, but it's off the block and down, and it's all tied up at 15. Great pass by Lance to Athan, but Johnson was there to put that kill attempt back on the Philly side. We're all square at 15 apiece. Great pass by Finley, the quick set to the middle, but didn't get it over the net there, did Green, and it's It's a 1-point lead now for the Tigers. This looks like we had some gum on the floor there. Had some gum on the floor there on the Phillies side. Got it cleaned up thanks to Coach Comstock and Jenna Burdorf. And Lance, an overpass. Good hustle, and it's over. But you celebrate the overpass and then the dig out of the net and the hit over by Green. But you got to remember that number 10, Lexi Johnson's waiting to put it back down on the Phillies side, and that's exactly what she did. So 17-15 is the score. Carrick, she's the kid you got to get off the service line because in this rotation they are just so tough. Ethan all the way outside to Burdorf, tipped it down. Good coverage by Carlson, and the push shot by Johnson. Ethan, the back row attempt, and it's a great play, and Lance tried to put it down, but it's off the top of the net. Johnson tries to put it down, and it goes out of bounds. So side out. They get Carrick off the service line, and that is very important. She's been very impressive tonight at the service line, and the Tigers, for that matter, in that rotation are very, very comfortable. It's a 1-point lead for Red Oak, and Shenandoah senior Brooklyn Black is back to serve. And they're serving Johnson. They have been serving her all match. And Black on a great shot by Johnson. And Johnson now with the tip. Good play by Hodges on the coverage. Ethan gets it over on 2. They're going to serve set middle, and that's out of bounds. Williams got her first attempt of this match, and the timing looked good. She just let it sail. So we're all square at 17 apiece. Phillies right in this thing here, set number 2. Blackman gets it to Carlson. Outside push shot, and that's a great, great heady play by the senior Johnson. Just hit it where they ain't, is what they would say in baseball or softball, right? Hit it where they ain't. And that's exactly what she did there. She just tipped it right down to the line, right by the 10-foot line, and nobody was there as Ashlyn Blackman, the senior, back to serve. The libero to libero as Finley gets it to Ethan. Outside hit attempt, and it's off the net, and 4 hits there, and it'll be a point for the Tigers as they take a 2-point lead again in set number 2, and Blackman back to serve yet again for the Tigers. Good serve. Hodges to Ethan, setting middle. Burdorf keeping it alive, but just tipped it out of bounds. So 20-17 is the score. Blackman trying to go on a little bit of a run here for the Tigers. It's been a tight set number 2. Phillies desperately needing that side out, and Green can't give it to him there. Carlson sets it long, and nice job on the kill there by Green. The overpass by Carlson gives Green her second kill of the match, and a much-needed side out, and Lene Green back to serve for the Phillies. Much better serve than her first attempt. That's an overpass, and Hodges puts it down. Hodges gets kill number 5 on the night. Not on the night, excuse me, on the match. She had some kills in the first match as well. But 20-19, Phillies down by just 1. Green gets it to Carrick. Carlson, and then the tip picked up by Black. The back set, Burdorf off the block. And we're still playing. Carlson to Johnson, and Johnson put it down, and there's nobody there. Carlson doing a good job of mixing it up, and now she's going to come out, and Lennon O'Neill will come in. So 21-19. And Merced Ramirez back to serve. To Hodges. Good pass and a good set, but just off the side of her hand there on the middle attack. And it's 22-19 as Ramirez continuing to serve here for the Tigers. Good pass by Black and Morris. Nobody there, but great. The only person that was there was Blackman, and she made a heck of a play. And it just goes out of bounds on this near side here, and it's a side out. 22-20. It's a race to 25. Got to win by 2. And the Phillies are right in this thing after falling in the first set by 12. A much better showing here in set number 2. Parker with a nice serve, very firm serve. Ramirez to DeVries, and that's down, and it's a kill, and it's just 2 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead for the Tigers. And a timeout is called on the floor. First timeout of this second set for either side. So we're going to step away with them. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds with Fuller Digital Solutions KMA joint YouTube live stream.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Welcome back inside Shenandoah's High School Gymnasium at Rexroth Court. The Doug Meyer Chevrolet scoreboard lets you know much more competitive set here in set number 2, as it is 23-20. Tigers have a 3-point lead with serve. Johnson serves it over to Finley. Really good pass in the back set to Hodges. Good hit, but a good save by Johnson. The tip over on the free ball. Finley gets the second pass. And the tip, that's the second one. The third one had to go over. That was 4 hits. I'm pretty sure that was 4 hits, and the crowd didn't like it. And they're letting them play. Phillies need to take advantage. Great save by Johnson, and Carrick off the tip. And DeVries finishes it off. It's now set point for the Tigers in set number 2. And another timeout here. So we'll step aside yet again here. Timeout. We'll play a point and take a timeout. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back inside the Shenandoah High School Gymnasium at Rexroth Court. It is set point for the Tigers, and the officials are just about ready now. We're ready to go. Johnson back to serve. Good serve to Hodges. Good pass to Parker. The back set. No. Is that a lift? 2 hits. So 2 hits, and that's going to do it. A little anticlimactic there, but it's 25-20, and the Tigers have taken the first 2 sets. And we'll step away again here as we're got about 3 minutes to go until start of set number 3, but we won't be gone that long. We'll be back in about a minute on the Fuller Digital Solutions KMA YouTube live stream.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
Way I pay to spray. What did you say? Pay to spray. Custom application? Oh, input costs can get pretty high. I want to buy my own sprayer with automatic boom shut off and really big booms. Gotta love some big booms. The ag economy's down, but I'm bullish and my numbers are good. So what do you think? Let's make it happen.
The ride to your dreams is easier with the right partner. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back to Shenandoah. Red Oak out to a 2-0 lead as they took the first two sets, 25-13, 25-20. The officials are just making sure the rotations are correct. And looks like Blackman's come in already for Red Oak, so we're good there. And Finley's now coming in for Morris for Shenandoah. We're just about ready to start set number 3. Red Oak will have the serve. That's Tori Carrick back to serve for Red Oak. And again, if Shenandoah wants to steal one here, getting her off the service line early is very important. Hodges with a good pass, and that's a great play. Athan to Lance. Good pass by Hodges. Good set by Athan. And Lance in the middle quickly put it down. Great job by the Phillies getting Carrick off the line right away. And it looks like we had in the net there. Looked like it was in the net by Green, and that's going to be side out and point for Red Oak, and Ashlyn Blackman will be back to serve for Red Oak. Red Oak gets another one there. Again, passing, kind of rearing its ugly head for the Phillies. Finley, this time much better pass, and Gleason into the game, and she hits it just out of bounds. Good hit here on the left side, but just a little long. And it's a 3-1 score with Ashlyn Blackman still serving for Red Oak. Libero to Libero. The back set, and Lance off of about 3 different arms there for Red Oak, and a back set and a kill. There's a back set there by Athan, and the kill from Lance. And Shenandoah keeping pace early in set 3, much like they did in set 2 with Red Oak there, until Red Oak was able to sneak away there at the end of set number 2. Brooklyn Black gets it to Johnson, the overpass, and the kill by Green. You don't see that much from Johnson, the overpasses, but that time it happens to the best of them. And that time it happened, and the Phillies were able to take advantage. We're all square at 3 with Brooklyn Black back to serve yet again. A little float serve, and it didn't quite get over the net. So it's a service error for Black, and that does not happen very often for the Phillies senior. Coming into tonight, Brooklyn Black she's a 97% clip serving, so very, very few times does that happen. Hodges right off of the bottom of her hand there. Good dig by Black, and Hodges gets a little more meat on that swing, and good dig by Blackman in the back row. And we're going to get, looks like, Green in the net again there. It would have been a kill for Hodges or for Johnson, but instead it's going to be a defensive error there into the net there for Green, and it's 5-3 here in set number 3. Johnson gets it over. DeFries off the block of Hodges. Good dig by Finley. And Gleason with the tip. Good coverage there by Ramirez. And we play on. Johnson gets the kill. Just caught Athan in between there. And Ramirez will continue to serve for the Tigers, but that's the last serve as she goes into the net, and she'll have to wait her turn again, as it's a 6-4 score here in set number 3, and Lene Green is back to serve again for the Phillies. Good serve. O'Neill sent it over. Gleason tips it. Ramirez gets it to Blackman, and O'Neill again put it down, and this time it is good. Point for the Tigers as they get the side out they needed, and it's now Alexi Johnson, the senior, back to serve for the Tigers. Black to Athan to Black. Johnson to Ramirez. To O'Neill, and we're still playing. Just over the net from Hodges, and that gets Red Oak out of system, and that's where you can be dangerous and take advantage. And that's a great dig by Johnson. Good hit by Hodges. And we're having some good back and forth here. Good rally. And Ramirez tried to get it over on 2, but good job by Athan to keep playing, and just couldn't get it over. And that's a point, and winning a nice rally were the Phillies. So good job by Shenandoah. And it's now 7-5 with, looks like, Parker going back to serve as she'll check in as Green comes out, and got Athan coming out as well. So Parker back to serve. 7-5. Solid serve. Blackman, nice pass to the setter, but O'Neill sails it. Sails it out of bounds. And it's 7-6 here in set number 3 as Liz Carbaugh will check back in. So no libero on the floor right now for Red Oak as Carbaugh comes in for the libero, and DeVries back to serve. Good serve. Hodges gets the back set. She put it down. Nice quick back set from Parker to Hodges. That was pretty effective right there. And it's all tied up at 7 again. After that first set, so far, it's been very competitive after the first set. Hodges, good serve to Carrick, and Carrick gets the third attempt as well, and that's going to be a kill as that goes out of bounds. And a side out for the Tigers. 8-7, back and forth, set 3 here early with Leonard O'Neill back to serve for the Tigers. Good pass by Finley and a back row kill attempt. And great dig by Johnson. Lance to Parker to Lance, and just out of bounds. 9-7 is the score as Red Oak got kind of caught out of position right there, but Lance couldn't make them pay, and it's now a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Lance good up to Parker, and Lance gets rewarded, but it's out again. It's now 10-7 in favor of the Tigers, up by 3 here in set 3. O'Neill off the tape, and it's not going to go well for Shenandoah. Lance got kind of caught in between there. Parker tried to save it, but just went under the net. And if Shenandoah's not careful, Red Oak could run away with set 3 like they did set 1. The back set and down. Carrick put it down. It looks like timeout's going to be called, and it is. As Coach Comstock calls the timeout, down by 5 here in set number 3. And we'll step aside with them. We'll be back here in 30 seconds from Shenandoah. Red Oak out in front in set 3, 12-7.
Sorensen Auto Plaza in Shenandoah has been here over 25 years, and they specialize in financing. Buy here, pay here. At Sorensen Auto Plaza, they finance all credit types. Bad credit, no problem. Visit SorensenAutoplaza.com to apply for financing, and stop by and visit us on Sheridan Avenue. Sorensen Auto Plaza, proud to support this Shenandoah live stream.
We're back inside Shenandoah High School, the Rexroth Court. 12-7 the score, set number 3. Tigers with serve and up by 5 as Lennon O'Neill still serving for Red Oak. Shenandoah hopeful for the side out here, and they can maybe go on a little bit of a run to make it close. The little push shot by Rogers, good defense by Red Oak. But O'Neill, that wasn't O'Neill, that was Ramirez that time. Hit it right into the net. And it's the side out that Shenandoah was looking for. And Finley will be back to serve for Shenandoah. Nice aggressive serve by Finley. Libero to libero there. And Carrick into the net. Now, may have been blocked by Lance there. Looked like a block to me. It's a Shenandoah broadcast. So Lance with the block. And it's 12-9. Phillies down by just 3 here in set 3. Libero to libero again. And Carbaugh just the tip over Lance. And it goes side out. 13-9. Carbaugh got pulled in the second set with about three or four consecutive service errors. And she gets back in and she does a good job right there. We do have a horn at the scorer's table. May be out of rotation. Not quite sure what they're checking there. And it looks like that's what they are checking over here at the scorer's table, just making sure they're in rotation. Again, it's a little bit of a delay here, but they'll get it all figured out and they'll let us know, and we'll be back to playing here shortly. And you see on the bottom left-hand side of your screen there that the bottom official, Mr. Doyle, is explaining whatever they found out at the scorer's table. And they're talking with the Red Oak coaching staff and talking about the rotation here or there. And I suppose we'll get something figured out. We're going to step away here for 30 seconds while they get this figured out here. We'll be back in Shenandoah right after this.
Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
Building your vision is what they help do at Miller Building Supply, Shenandoah. Once you've picked your project, comes the supply list. Miller Building Supply is a full-line lumberyard with electrical, plumbing, and hardware departments and all the tools needed to get the job done. Windows, doors, countertops, tub and shower units, kitchen and bath cabinets, and a fresh coat of paint. Yup, they have all that too. And if you have a question, they work hard to get you an answer. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. Don't just dream it. Build it.
This is Kane with Gowing Plumbing. Gowing Plumbing is the name to remember for 24-hour service. That includes after hours and weekends, because that is when problems usually occur. We're located in Shenandoah, but we also serve the surrounding communities. That's the way it's been done for more than 70 years. And we work on boiler heat, so call fully licensed Gowing Plumbing any time of day or night, 246-1803, or after hours, at 712-310-9248.
Heritage Bank is proud to be a locally owned community bank. We have been committed to our community and meeting the financial needs of our customers since 1873. We are confident that our knowledgeable staff can help you make informed decisions about your financial needs no matter how big or small. Let us show you how rewarding a relationship with First Heritage Bank can be. Stop in at one of our 2 locations, or you can find out more information at www.fhbshen.com. First Heritage Bank is a proud supporter of Shenandoah High School athletics. Go Shen, member FDIC.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Shenandoah after an extended, unexpected break. It's nothing changed on the score or who was serving, so it's still 13-9. And Carrick still serving, and she serves an ace. So 14-9 is the score. A 5-point lead, largest lead of the third set for the Tigers, and Tori Carrick, that's that kid you want to get off the service line. And another good serve, a little bit of tight pass, and Parker's got to get it over on 2. Blackman to Johnson, and just got Parker tied up, and that's a kill for Johnson. And it's a 15-9 score. That long layoff seemed to have affected the Phillies, not so much the Tigers. That's a deep serve, and Hodges just has to get it to Green. She gets it over on 3, and Johnson puts it down. Great dig, but off of the rafters. Nothing really Rogers could do about that. As it ricocheted off the rafters and went straight down onto the floor. So it's 9-16, and now into the net and side out, and a much needed side out, as the Phillies can still feel like they're in this match, down 16-10, and with Peyton Athan back serving, as she'll check in along with Gleason. She'll both check in for the Phillies. And a little bit timing a little off there with Carbaugh, but she did a good job to just kind of reset herself and go back up a second time for the kill and the side out, and the Tigers 8 points away from sweeping their Hawkeye 10 rivals. Nobody home on the pass from Lance, and that ends up being an ace for the libero for the Tigers, Ashlyn Blackman. And she has served well tonight for the Tigers. And I say that, and it's about the third time I've jinxed a Tiger serving. I'm not doing it on purpose, but I'm sure the Phillies will take it, as it's a side out, and Brooklyn Black will go back in to serve, as Kate Lance will come out for the Phillies. Brooklyn Black gets a good serve over. Carlson to Johnson, and down. That quick middle, Red Oak's got a quick middle. The last night that we did this, it was Creston who had the middle attack, but it wasn't a quick attack. It was just a big attack, and we were slow to get there. Red Oak's got a quick attack, and they're making us pay when they're doing it. Black with a good up to Athan. Green gets it into the back row to Carrick, and Johnson mishits that one. We'll give her a break. She's had a great match, and it's a point for the Phillies, and they'll have the serve, and Lene Green will be back for the Phillies to serve it away. O'Neal to Carrick, and Johnson puts it down, but just out of bounds. So 19-13. Still, again, we're right back at that 6-point advantage with 6 to go for the Tigers. Phillies need to go on a little bit of a run here. Take advantage of those hitting mistakes. Blackman to Ramirez to Johnson. Good up. And Athan gets it over on 3, and we're still playing. Ooh, that one was probably going to go out. But again, fortunate for the Phillies as Lexi Johnson hits it off the tape, and it stayed on the Tiger side. And it's now a 5-point ball game. Phillies down 19-14. Green's going to get herself an ace out of that one. Great job. And that's the first ace that I'm aware of the match for the Phillies, and that's much needed. They've cut the lead down to 4. And Green gets another solid serve to Blackman, to Ramirez, to DeVries, and that's going to go too far for Black to get, and it's 20-15. Side out, and Lexi Johnson will be serving with 5 points to go. Up by 5 with 5 to go in set number 3. Johnson serves to Black. Good pass to Athan. Morris tried to put it down across court, but just long, and it's 21-15. Looks like we got a sub right now. It's going to be Macy Boswell. She'll come in for Lennon O'Neal. Johnson gets it to Finley, and that's going to be a lift, I believe. 2 hits is what they call. Looked a little out of sorts there, but the Tigers aren't going to apologize, and they'll take the point, and they're 3 points away from sweeping the night. Hodges gets it to Athan, who got it to Morris, but a good up by Blackman. We're still in play. Finley's got to get it over on 3, and she does. And again, that back set has been trouble all night, and Ramirez got called for the double there. It has been Shenandoah getting called for the double, but this time it was Red Oak, and it's a 22-16 score with Parker in to serve for the Phillies. Good serve from Parker. And over on 2 and a smart play. Smart, quick decision by Ramirez. And again, 2 points away with Lainey DeVries back to serve. It's a short serve and a tight pass and the kill by Carbaugh. And it is match point for the Tigers. DeVries back to serve. Match point. Float serve. Hodges gets it back, and it's off the tape and down. And folks, that's gonna do it for this evening's festivities. We're gonna step aside for about 30 seconds, and we'll come back to recap as the Tigers take 6 sets in 6 attempts tonight, sweeping Atlantic and then coming back and sweeping Shenandoah in the nightcap. We'll be back in about 30 seconds for a Phillies recap on the Fuller Digital Solutions KMA YouTube live stream. We'll be right back right after this.
Inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After all, Brown Shoe Fit has been fitting feet for over 100 years. The only downside, so many shoes to choose from and only 2 feet. Great service, great selection, a great fit every time at Brown Shoe Fit, downtown Shenandoah.
The unofficial stats of the night, just me watching and taking stats as best as I can. Tonight, in the nightcap, leading the Phillies, I had Ashlyn Hodges with 6 kills. Kate Lance had 4. Lene Green had 3. And Carolyn Rogers had a kill for the Phillies. As far as blocks go, Lance had 2, Burdorf had 2, Green and Rogers with a block apiece. And as far as assists go, by my count, Peyton Athan had 6 and Aaliyah Parker had 4 for the Phillies, which puts Peyton Athan over that 250 mark by my count. I'm sure I may be off by 1 or 2, but she's probably over that, and they still have a triangular with Southwest Valley and Thomas Jefferson before they get into tournament time. But for us at Fuller Digital Solutions, the YouTube live stream, this is our final volleyball broadcast, and it's been just an absolute blast for me to do this, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed calling the action. Hopefully we can do this again next year, but our next broadcast will be Friday night for the Shenandoah Mustang football team going up against Des Moines Christian here in Shenandoah. So if you can't make it out to the game, there will be a live stream, and I just was informed today by Mr. Weinrich, the athletic director here at Shenandoah, that there will be a bonus game, a 9th game for the Mustangs, and it'll be against St. Albert next Friday here at home as well, and we'll have that game on the live stream as well. So 2 more fall broadcasts for me. Both will be football, though. This will be the final broadcast for volleyball again, and I'd like to say good luck to the Phillies as they finish out their season here in the next week or so, and then good luck in tournament time, and we'll see you all for basketball season. I'll be hopefully doing the calls for that. So for KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions, I'm TJ Young. I'm signing off, and again, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you Friday night for some Mustang football.